Anything that we can't miss?
Well, definitely the museum, the short trail behind it.
Okay.
12 miles in, you're going to see a turnoff for Blue Mesa. Do the driving loop there. Really highlights the colors of the painted desert at this end of the park.
Awesome.
And then you're going to automatically stop at one of the overlooks at the north end of the park, because that's the more familiar oranges and reds of the painted desert.
Stop is Crystal Forest. Stopped in and we talked to the ranger at the southern entrance, which is where we came through into the park, and he gave us a full map with details of what should take us about, he said, roughly about 3 hours to walk through and check out different parts of the park and all the different things that kind of like a highlights tour, I guess, Petrified Forest. And we're going to drive through. It's about 28 miles from the start of the southern entrance to the northern entrance, and that takes you all through the park. So we should get a really good kind of sample taste, right?
Yeah, I mean,
what's in here.
There's not a whole lot of hiking, to be honest with you, within the park because of theft.
Yeah.
So
this park has a major issue with people taking rocks and, I mean, I guess they're still technically rocks, but pieces of petrified wood and stealing them. And the ranger in there was telling us that they're doing experiments in certain tracts of land to see how much wood is disappearing at certain rates, and that some areas are going as fast as an entire week it could be completely cleared out. So they had this book where people would send in letters and send back their rocks, and were saying like, oh, I had such bad luck because I took a rock or whatever. And they had it out, and then they said that they actually started increasing the amount of rocks that were getting stolen, and at the same time increasing the amount of letters. And they think some of that had to do with the fact that everybody wanted their letter in that book. So they took the book away, and they actually found that they had a decrease in the amount of rocks that were being stolen from the park. But anyway, it's really interesting, but that's one main reason why there aren't a whole lot of hikes. Most of the hikes are like scenic overviews and things like that. So we're gonna get as much as we can in the next couple hours, and we're gonna go explore Petrified Forest. Based on the tip from the park ranger here, we decided we'd come out to the Blue Mesa Trail. And you start up high in the Painted Desert and you come down this really long trail, and you end up in like this absolutely stunning landscape. And what's really interesting about this area of the park is that while it doesn't rain a lot in the desert, it does rain from time to time, and when it does, it's like crazy torrential rains. And when that happens, these big mounds of sandstone swell up with all that water and then kind of harden and re-solidify. But when they do that, they crack just like the elephant skin kind of surface. But they also expose all kinds of new fossils and things, parts of the geologic record, lots of new petrified trees. So it's really crazy because while this landscape formed billions of years ago, it's still changing today. Crazy. imagination, like while you're looking at everything, it's just like, it's mind-blowing. But you have to use your imagination. So we just walked all the way over there and down into that little valley, and it was absolutely beautiful.